Hey everyone, happy Monday. Joe here of Sports Grid. It's time for Puck It with Joe. We've got 6 games on the slate today. And sorry I didn't get Puck It with Joe up this weekend. So busy with the shows live on Sports Grid. Just didn't have time on Friday and Saturday. So let's jump straight into the games today. I'm excited. Thank you guys for being here. The Sabres over the Rangers. That's going to be a hard one. We're going to break that one down right away here, James. Good to see you, Matt. Let's make some money. Let's win this. Okay, let's jump into the first one. We're going to talk about the Boston Bruins. I also want to mention there's a little bit going on with Corey Perry right now for the Chicago Blackhawks here. So it'll be interesting to see what is happening with him. He's come out saying he stepped away for personal reasons, but the Blackhawks saying they've told him to step away. So something is going on. We're not going to be hitting his props. We are going to look at Connor Bedard to continue to roll for the Chicago Blackhawks. But without Corey Perry, he's going to have a huge impact not being on the ice for this team. The first game, we're going to look at the Boston Bruins. You guys are taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. This one kicks off at 7:10 Eastern. Now, the Bruins, huge favorite, minus 265 right now over on FanDuel, plus a 215 here for the Columbus Blue Jackets, total 6.5. Now, that 6.5 is juiced to the under at minus 120. This is because the Boston Bruins are so strong defensively. Swayman is expected in net. Now, looking at the Boston Bruins here, this team has lost their last 2 games. So I don't think they're going to lose 3 in a row, and I would expect them to come out right out of the gate and hit Spencer Martin hard and fast. I'm going to look at the Boston Bruins in that first period on that puck line. Let me just get you guys current odds on the first period on the puck line. I really do think when I'm looking at a team to come out strong to start the game, looking at that puck line is such a stronger way to go in that first period than the full game. You take out so many equations there. So in the puck line in the first period, laying the half a goal is plus 116. So we are getting great value on them to come out of the gate hot. Spencer Martin is confirmed here for the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's got a 3.37 goals against average, a save percentage of 0.898. And the Boston Bruins have to be so disappointed with themselves losing their last 2. They got a terrible loss versus the Rangers. That was 7-4. And then the one versus the Detroit Red Wings the night before. So that was Friday and Saturday. They were on the back-to-back in those situations. But still, this is the Boston Bruins. You guys are sitting 7-2 on the road this season. And you look at Columbus, they are 6-12-3-1, straight up 4-6-1 at home this season. So definitely have been playing stronger on the road than they have been at home. The Boston Bruins have been strong on that puck line on the road, going a 7-4 on the road. So I wouldn't blame you if you want to take them for the full game on that puck line. I just want to do the first period here. They've been strong versus Columbus, winning their last 6 meetings versus Columbus as well. And the Columbus Blue Jackets, this is their second night of a back-to-back. They lost last night to the Carolina Hurricanes. It was a hard battle there versus the Canes, 3-2 loss. You can look at Boston's team total if you want, over 3.5, but you're going to have to lay juice at minus 144. So I don't love laying that juice, you guys. These 2 teams trend to the under. The last 4 meetings going under the number, but I can't do it, especially with the Columbus Blue Jackets on the back-to-back and the Boston Bruins looking to get things right. If I was going to, and that's if, and I'm not going to bet the total, I lean to the over just because I can see Boston getting the 4 goals. The main question mark here is, can Columbus score enough on Swayman to get it over? You know, the problem is I could see Boston even getting 5 goals. So not in love with that total. Let's look at the next one here. I know you are asking about this one, James. The Buffalo Sabres are taking on the New York Rangers. Now, looking at current odds on FanDuel, the 6.5 is juiced to the under at minus 134. We have the New York Rangers over a $2 favorite, minus 220, plus 180 here on the Buffalo Sabres. Now, the plus 1.5 on the puck line for the Buffalo Sabres coming in at minus 138. So still value. You guys know I won't hit it when it starts getting into the minus 140 range, and laying the 1.5 for the New York Rangers at plus 115. Igor Shesterkin is in net tonight for the New York Rangers. He's come out phenomenally strong since back. He's got a 2.45 goals against average, a save percentage of 0.916. I do like what we've seen out of Igor this season, and Langton is confirmed here for the Buffalo Sabres. He's been one of the stronger goalies for them, 2.71 goals against average and a 0.91 for a save percentage. Now, the New York Rangers at home, with how hot they're rolling, it's a really hard team to step in front of. They're 6-1 at home straight up this season. They're also 3-4 on that puck line. So they've been solid on that puck line at home, not really blowing teams out a lot. And then you look at the Buffalo Sabres, they've been able to keep these games tight, especially on the road on that puck line, going 8-3 on the road on the puck line. So it's a possibility of a tighter game here. I look at the Buffalo Sabres. They're off the loss to the New Jersey Devils, 7-2, and that was a breakdown of that first period. We take out the first period in that game. 4 goals in the first period by the New Jersey Devils in that one. So it would have been a much closer game if the Buffalo Sabres would have come out in the first period. Now, they've allowed 13 goals in their last 3 road games. So this team has been inconsistent defensively. Their penalty kill is strong at 84.9%, but they're allowing an average of 3.33 goals per game, and the defense is allowing 30.4 shots on goal per game. The Rangers, on the other hand, strong kill, strong power play. This team really limiting opponents' ability to get those shots on goal, holding opponents to 29.1 and allowing that 3.32. This is another one where I want to look at the stronger team straight out of the gate in the first period. I do think there's a possibility of the Buffalo Sabres keeping this one tight at the very end, but I think what we're going to see is the Rangers come out strong in that first period. I'm going to take not both teams, just go. I'm going to take the New York Rangers here on that puck line, laying the half a goal in the first period. That's coming in beautiful plus money at plus 136. So that's puck line Rangers first period. And then I'm walking away from this game. Now, you can look at the team total of the New York Rangers over 3.5. Now, that's minus 118. And I do think that is in play tonight because when we look at the Rangers, how strong they are on special teams on both sides of the puck, they should be able to capitalize on mistakes that the Buffalo Sabres make. And that's what's been happening in these games, giving up all these goals. They have been making those mistakes. So I could see those mistakes coming in and that happening. Thomas, yeah, I agree with you. The over 3.5 for the Bruins looks nice. The Bruins in regulation at minus 145 or the Rangers at minus 135. Definitely solid ways to look. The Buffalo Sabres are a team, I don't know. Could we see them tie this one up and push it to overtime on Igor? Not really seeing it happen in the Garden, so I don't mind the Rangers in regulation. Chris Kreider, definitely someone you have to circle to get a goal for the Rangers tonight or that point. I definitely would look at him. This next game on a deck, you guys, this is the one I'm most excited for. I think this is going to be a great one. We got the Battle of the Brothers. The Florida Panthers taking on the Ottawa Senators. Matthew Tkachuk versus Brady Tkachuk. These two are going to battle it out. Now, this is at 7:10 Eastern tonight. The total 6.5, juice to that over. And you guys, I'm going this one over. It's minus 140 to the over. Plus 112 if you think this one will stay under. And we have seen defense really step up for the Florida Panthers. But I look at these two teams, and I think this one is a back and forth battle. If you like the Florida Panthers on the money line, that's coming in at minus 134. If you like the Ottawa Senators for the home dog upset, that's plus 112. They have every opportunity of getting the win. Now, this puck line, if you think the Florida Panthers can win it big, because they're the favorite, laying the 1.5 is plus 168. This one is going to be a battle. Now, Corpusalo expected here for the Ottawa Senators and Bobrovsky for the Florida Panthers. We look at the Florida Panthers, and they're off 2 losses. This is not like this team. This team sitting 12-7-1 on the season. They got completely shut out, not a single goal versus the Jets in their last game out on Friday night. That was a 3-0 loss for them. Looking at the Ottawa Senators here, they're off a loss to the Islanders, 5-3. Friday night as well. Both of these teams coming in off losses. Now, this is the first night of a back-to-back for the Florida Panthers with the Leafs on deck tomorrow. That doesn't matter. They want to win this game here tonight. I do think this is a nice look ahead for us to look at the Maple Leafs early now, because I think we're going to see the best out of the Florida Panthers in this one tonight. It means so much for these brothers to battle this one out. I think this, like I said, is a goal fest. The Panthers have played really well in Ottawa. but I think this is too much of a coin flip and not enough value on either of them. So at minus 136 for the Florida Panthers, it's getting too juicy on the money line. And at plus 112, it's not enough value for me in the home dog here. I'm going to look where I'm finding value. The first period, both teams to score, is coming in at plus 150. I absolutely love that. You can take the over 1.5 and parlay it somewhere. The over 1.5 at minus 152. I just can't bet that straight up. The goal in the first 5 minutes, plus 164. You guys know that I love that goal to come in nice and fast between these two, especially when I'm looking at the overs, the both teams to score. I'm expecting quick goals in that first period. Now, could this one stay under the total? I'm really doubtful in that. Bobrovsky and Corpusalo have been solid. Corpusalo not as solid as I'd like to see him this year. And I do think this is a major push from their forwards. I also think players like Montour for the Florida Panthers really step up in this one. Defensemen that really do get those shots from the blue line and create havoc out there. So I'm going to take both Tkachuk brothers for the anytime goal. Matthew Tkachuk coming in at plus 160, Brady Tkachuk at plus 140. Both teams to score in the first period at plus 150. You guys can take the over 1.5 if you want at minus 152. And the goal in the first 5 minutes at plus 164. And that way, I'm not relying on the minus 140 for the over 6.5. I just like the high first period here. Sens are live. I just want more value on the Ottawa Senators for sure. Brady over 4.5 shots on goal. I do love that at plus 112. We know those shots are coming for sure. And getting 2 for the first. Yeah, if you got an over 2 in the first period, I don't hate it because I do think we could see 3 goals in that first period. And a shout out to picks from Dave. Dave, I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining us here today. Best of luck in your bets. So that's where I'm going, you guys. The Florida Panthers have been strong in Ottawa. But I do think this Ottawa Senators team, they're something else, and I really like what we've seen. I just want a little bit more value before putting my money on them. Okay, let's look at the next game, you guys. We have the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Now, the Lightning coming in here at plus 106, minus 128 for the Avs, total 6.5, minus 114 to the under, minus 106 to the over. This is going to be an epic matchup tonight as well. Andre Vasilevsky back in goal for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and he came out really strong after letting in a couple quick goals. I like what we've seen out of him now. His unlimited games, well, one game, he has a 2.00 goals against average, a save percentage of 0.917. I do like him tonight versus Colorado, and I think the value on the Lightning as an underdog rolling into Colorado is beautiful. Now, Colorado's won their last 3 games. They beat the Flames, the last one out 3-1 on Saturday. They have a 3-game road trip on deck, and it doesn't start till Thursday with the Arizona Coyotes. When we look at the Tampa Bay Lightning and their schedule, they're off a win versus the Carolina Hurricanes. They got the huge win there, 8-2, after Vasilevsky allowed a couple quick goals. He only faced 24 shots on goal in that game. And the Carolina Hurricanes actually held the Tampa Bay Lightning to only 14 shots on goal, and they scored 8 of those. It was a mind-blowing statistic and number to look at when we looked at the game after. So looking at this one, it's the first night of a back-to-back for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They have the Arizona Coyotes on deck tomorrow. So both of these teams have the Arizona Coyotes on deck, Colorado on Thursday, and the Lightning tomorrow. They're not looking ahead to the Arizona Coyotes. This is the game here tonight that they have circled, and they will give it everything they've got. Now, Georgiev expected here for the Abs. We know he's been a little weak this season. His save percentage is 0.892. His goals against average 2.95. I do think Tampa will score on him. We know the power this team has offensively. You look at Tampa's team total, though, it's way too juiced. Over 2.5 at minus 174. So I can't hit it there. The road team has had an advantage. Braden Point, Nika Kucherov here, so strong. I would look at them for the anytime goals. Cale Makar for the anytime goal as well. For the Abs, you're getting value. Now, the Abs are coming in on 1 day's rest. Really strong situation for them on that 1 day's rest, going 4-1 in their last 5. And when we look at the Tampa Bay Lightning, They played really strong in Colorado, 7-3. I think this is another game that has the opportunity of going to OT. I'm just going to look at that value there for this one to go to overtime. And it's because of Vasilevsky back in net that I'm really loving this. I do think the defense of Tampa gives up a lot of opportunities, though, so they really need to clean that up. This one to go to overtime is plus 350. So the value is there. If you like Colorado's team total, that number was 3.5. Yeah, it's 3.5 at plus 106, and the Lightning still sitting 2.5 at minus 172. So you can't hit that. I think this goes to OT. I think it goes over the total. I think this is another 3-4 style game, even though Andre Vasilevsky is back and he's so strong. I think we do see those couple of quick goals come, and this one just be an absolute battle. So that is where I'm going. McKinnon out. If McKinnon is out with illness, I didn't see that report. I do think the Lightning have every opportunity of winning this. I think they've got the better goaltender. I think their ability of their forwards to hit Georgiev here is a lot greater than the ability of Colorado to hit Vasilevsky. So I do like the Lightning to get that straight up win. The Lightning for the straight up win at plus 106. Okay, let's move on to the next two games, you guys. And then make sure you join me on Game Time Decisions. I will be on at 6:25 Eastern with Kevin Welsh. So basically right after we're done here. The Vegas Golden Knights taking on my Calgary Flames. Vegas in Calgary tonight. Let's look at these odds here. Calgary at minus 106, minus 113 for the Vegas Golden Knights is total of 6.5. Now, 6.5 is juiced to that under, expecting the defense and the goaltenders to really show up. Aiden Hill is confirmed in net for the Vegas Golden Knights, and Markstrom confirmed here for the Calgary Flames. I think if this one is to stay under, it's a low scoring one because we see Vegas defensively really step up. We've seen Markstrom look stronger in his last couple of games out, and I do expect him to come out strong in this one. My only concern here with the Vegas Golden Knights and this total is if they come out and they hit Markstrom hard and he gets rattled in this one, we could see Vegas continue to pummel him throughout this game. Aiden Hill, I have trust in him to be able to stand on his head in this one. He's got a 1.97 goals against average, save percentage of 0.93. To Markstrom, 0.901 with a 2.93. So I expect this to go under unless Vegas all of a sudden hits really hard to start. When we look here at Vegas, they were off that loss versus the Arizona Coyotes, which was mind-blowing. They lost it. They got shut out. They were at home. But when we look at that, that was the first game home off a 5-game road trip. Normally a strong spot for the Vegas Golden Knights, but not in that situation. Now, they went home for one game, and now they're back out on the road. This is their first night of a back-to-back. They have the Oilers on deck tomorrow, and then the Vancouver Canucks following. I believe it's on Thursday. So not a great situation having a road schedule, like 5 road games, 1 at home, and then back out on the road for 3. I think it's a hard place for them. But can we trust the Calgary Flames? And I don't know, you guys, they're my team, but I don't know if I can trust them. This team is off a loss to Colorado, 3-1 on Saturday. They have the Stars on deck, but not till Thursday, and then the Canucks on Saturday. So it's not like they're in any situation where they know they have to play tomorrow or anything like that, where we have seen out of Vegas. Home ice has been huge for these teams, but Vegas has dominated those last 10 meetings. I think I have to take this one to the under. I think it is a safer play. I really need Vegas to lock down defensively, and I need Jacob Markstrom to stand on his head. So it's asking a lot in this one. I don't want an explosive start for the Vegas Golden Knights here. And we'll know right away, because if Vegas starts and they hit Markstrom with 2 goals in that first period, I would be really cautious if you're live betting this one to go to that under, because I do think we will see Vegas continue to play that style of game. You are looking for the Flames to get the win tonight, and they very well could, but we're backing the Flames at like a minus 106 against the Vegas Golden Knights. It's just not enough value. Again, I keep looking at these lines and trying to find value for you guys, and I can't back Calgary at that price. Okay, last game on the board with the Washington Capitals taking on the San Jose Sharks. Now, the Washington Capitals, huge favorites here, minus a 245 plus 198 for the San Jose Sharks, who are coming off a win. Total of 5.5 minus 120 to the over. Couple of things I'm flirting with in this game, you guys. Darcy Kemper confirmed in goal for the Washington Capitals. We know his numbers aren't too solid this season, but it's facing the San Jose Sharks, who you guys, they struggle. They struggle at best. They are better on their home ice. So they're sitting 4-6 on their home ice this season. 6-6 at home on that puck line. So looking at them plus 1.5 on the puck line, current odds on FanDuel are giving us minus 128. So there is value in that. Earlier in the day, it was minus 137, and I still did think it was a solid play, looking for them to keep this tight. My only concern here is Ovechkin and how hard he's going to come out for the Washington Capitals. We know Ovechkin is searching for those goals, and this would be the perfect opportunity to go big in this game versus Blackwood. We can't trust Blackwood, you guys. We know versus the Avs, he had that one game where he was lights out, but I can't trust him to be lights out here again, especially against the talent of Ovechkin. Blackwood has a 3.80 goals against average and a save percentage of 0.897. This team gives him no support. They allow 37 shots on a net per game, 32nd overall in the league. They actually have a solid kill at 72%. But the Washington Capitals have a terrible power play too. It's mind blowing. They've only got a 6% power play success rate, which I still shake my head at. But if we're looking here at Ovechkin, I don't know, you guys. I think there's some value. If we take him for the anytime goal, it's minus 110. I was playing with a bunch of stuff. If you want to look at Ovechkin for 2 goals in this game, if you think it's going to be a high scoring game, which I expect it to be. So I do like the over 5.5 at minus 120. You can get Ovechkin at plus 550 for 2 goals. You can take him for the hat trick. Now, Ovechkin has 30 hat tricks in his career. Could this be his night to get the 31st? Well, his 23rd hat trick did come against the San Jose Sharks. So we could see it happen. It's plus 2,800 for Ovechkin to get the hat trick. We know he's chasing goals. And if he can capitalize here at plus 2,800, it's worth a tiny sprinkle. If I was you, I would put whatever you normally do for your props on Ovechkin for the goal, and then put a quarter of that on Ovechkin for the hat trick. It's asking a lot, you guys. He's only had 30 in his career. Taking a player for a hat trick it's riskier than risk. So, but I think this is where maybe the hat trick could come. So, oh wow, look at you making a 13 team parlay, Josh. I absolutely love it. Congratulations. Let everyone know what you want and what you're going to do with your money. Make sure you yeah, I don't even know. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. Make sure you have fun with that money. That is for sure. So, you guys, I think there's a possibility of a hat trick here for Ovechkin. I think this one goes over the total of 5.5. I don't trust in Mackenzie Blackwood enough. The Washington Capitals, though, aren't normally a high scoring team. So, the whole thought process is that Ovi's going to have a solid night. If you like him 2+ goals, that is plus 550. The Sharks, so at home, have been stronger, but I still see it going over that total. But that's it, you guys. I want to wish you all the best in all of your bets today. I'll get the bookmarks up right away. And remember, join me on Game Time Decisions. That show kicking off in the next 6 minutes here, but I will be on at 6:25 with Kevin Walsh. So don't miss out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Monday Night Football, you guys know I have the bets for you, those touchdown scores. So have a good one, you guys. We will talk to you tomorrow back here at 5:30 Eastern. Bye, you guys. All the best in all your bets. Let's make some freaking money tonight. Bye.